The stick is a bit less flexible than the rope. So then you have to use your wrist to move the stick nicely, and particularly this motion. Okay, so you have to use the pronation, supination of the forearm, and then there are two motions allowed in the wrist. By mixing all these, nicely move through along the space here. So you can let the white ball go, and again turn the pelvis more this way, and swing through.
Trying to remember that same idea of getting it open.
Just to remember to balance the pelvis turn both ways. Yeah. And then what happens, the reason why you are turning your ball in the backswing usually is because you are sitting down in the backswing. So when your pelvis collapses during the backswing, it's because the left hip is moving backward quite a bit. Then naturally you have more turn here. And then try to stand up here. Instead of sitting down, try to bring the left hip up. So stand tall here, using the left leg. Stand tall here, and then stand tall using the right leg here. Essentially you have an up motion here, instead of going down and then up here. Yeah. Yes. That's good rhythm. He's a good dancer.
Yeah, he is.
He's a good dancer. I can tell from the pelvis motion. So it's this motion again. So kick this, and then kick this, kick here. So kick here, and then kick here.
And the kick is what throws it back.
Yes. This time less kick here. So
That's on the front.
no, the other side. So when you repeat this, naturally you're going back to your movement pattern.
Okay.
So you have to put some intentional effort. Keep swinging back and forth. With that, develop good rhythmic motion. Left to up, right up, left to up, right up, left to up, right up, left to up, right up. Yeah. Now your lead arm motion is really good with this, because you are extending it. You are letting it go instead of you're letting it go. So the swing plane here looks very consistent. And also I can see that your arm is well stretched here. So it's easy to control the impact, because when your lead arm is well stretched here, and a little bit angled here, then you cannot go any further. This is the farthest you can go. As long as you match that posture with the cleavage position and ball position here, then as you swing, you always have consistent impact here. No need to worry about this. The arm is well extended. All you do is give active motion here, and then throw, active motion, and then throw. Now make it rhythmic, dance. Up. So left to up, right up, left to up, right up. And then in doing that, let's say this. In the backswing, kapow, kapow, kabam, kapow, kabam. Pow and bam have accents. Kapow, kabam. Pow, kabam, pow, kabam, pow, kabam, pow, kabam. Now, this motion, you're not really worrying about your body motion, but that's the motion of the white ball. This is what has to happen. So when you practice, when you have a continuous swing, it's all about motion of the white ball, and your body should show natural and easy but dynamic motion, right, to support that, right? So that's the idea. Always say either loudly or internally, kapow, kabam, kapow, kabam.
I'm not thinking about that arm turning, it just naturally happens.
You are now getting into this new world. reprogramming. Yeah, the club head motion is now a lot freer. You're really letting it go instead of trying to using your strength and try to drive it. Now with this, let's try this. So the so-called the stage 3 of the two-step swing drill, it has stage 1 and stage 2 with the steps. So for example, stage 1 is this here. Taking a small step away and toward the direction. Again, throw this toward the target. This is called the trigger motion. Trigger and then step away, backswing and the step toward, and then downswing. This is stage 1. And then stage 2 with a narrow stance. Low step initially, when you are taking this step here. This stage 2, so eliminate the first step. Stage 3, no step with your regular stance. So give me the stage 3. With your, yeah. You can practice on your own, stage 1 and 2.
Okay.
Now, with your regular stance, initially you are throwing the club that way. Almost to try to point the end toward the target. You don't need to go any further than that, any less than that. So, toward the target, so that your body has to turn, pelvis has to turn. Feel what is like, in the follow-through phase of your downswing by using the trigger motion. Bring it back actively and then let it go. That's the stage 3. This one, Kanao, kapow, kabam. Kanao, kapow, kabam. That's the rhythm, okay?
Okay, just to make sure I understand. So
The trigger followed by backswing, then the downswing. So start from here. Here.
Oh.
Kanao, kapow, kabam. A bit rushed.
Okay.
So make the backswing a bit more rigorous. Now, pow, bam, bam. Practice that. So this is stage 3. Stage 3. So practice this a lot, and then use this as your pressure technique.
Okay.
Before you hit the ball,
Okay.
feel the rhythm. Now, kapow, kabam. If you want to embarrass yourself in front of other people, then you can say this loudly. Now, kapow, kabam. Then your companions will say, "What the heck?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I learned this somewhere."
Well, definitely say that.
or internally, okay? But that dictates your rhythm. Simply saying it, matching your motion to that phrase, you develop a good rhythmic motion. So again, then try to swing more this way. The overall, the swing is really good, but when you go from trigger to backswing, that's also transition, give it more time. So, and then by using the body, and then let it go instead of. So when you rush, then that means it's arm driven.
Okay.
So use the body driven, leg driven. Again, and then also pow should be exaggerated. Now, kapow, kabam. Yeah. So when you have that exaggerated backswing, automatically downswing becomes active because your body is better prepared.
Okay.
So imagine when you are really angry, when you try to hit somebody, you are really angry, then you don't hit just like this.
Yeah.
when you keep your cool, then you can do this, but when you're really angry, right? This is backswing. There you go.
Okay.
In the backswing, you are actually elongating all your main muscles, so that you can use those muscles in the downswing.
Okay.
So the backswing is actually a lot more than just to bring it to this condition.
Okay.
You are actually determining how your muscles are activated.
Okay.
So you're angry now,
Okay.
particularly in the backswing. You're angry. The backswing, the trigger was a bit short.
Push short.
Yeah, give enough time, use the body to point it to the target. So almost turn your belt buckle towards the target in the trigger motion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So your head does not have to move that much.
Okay.
Just to turn the body, then already you're pointing to the target.
Okay.
So the trigger motion, small trigger motion, about this high,
Okay.
has to come from the body. So here. And then you will be able to also use the pelvis turn here. And then pelvis turn swing. So we're using the lower body to do all the whole thing here. The backswing could go a bit higher,
Okay.
and then you're angry. Now you're really angry. So make
But this was right.
that was good. And then from there, have a really active backswing, angry backswing. Yes. Now you feel your motion is a lot simpler.
Yeah.
You're meaning you're turning about the spine.
I do feel like I'm kind of on my toes.
When that happens, two possibilities. One, your gauge is moving too fast, then you get dizzy, you lose balance. Or, at the end, if it's too much arm driven, arm swing into your body responding.
Right.
So it should be body driven motion. Body driven motion, then simply throw here. Then you have a stable finish. Again, the whole thing is coming from the body. Okay. Now, give me 3 cycles. I'll record. And your goal is to make an angry backswing
Okay.
from the trigger motion. Okay. Ready, go. Oh, look at the flow. So you are right in the in the right rhythm. Just all you need to do is just practice. Oh. Okay. Look at how your motion is, how simple your motion is now. The body is just turning about the spine axis. Although in the backswing, still I want you to see I want to see a bit upward motion of the left hip. Now let's go back to
Oh my gosh, it's like no move.
the left flowing. And then now the head position, all these are a lot more natural here. I don't see anything that peculiar. You see, you're just letting it go.
Yeah.
You're just lifting it up and then trying to use that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Try to put a lot of effort at the end of the funnel.
Right.
Again. So let it go. Let it go. Swing through and let it go. So gradually your rhythm changes as you repeat this. So it's really important to repeat this diligently for the next, let's say, 3 to 4 months.
This particular drill.
So this is called stage 3.
Stage 3.
You cannot do stage 3 with a rope, but you can use any device, any relatively rigid device. Now let's try the orange whip here. This is heavier. That means it takes a bit more time to slow it down. And one thing you have to remember is that try to minimize bending at the top. When this device bends a lot, that means the motion of the orange whip and the torque you are applying to the handle are very different in the opposite direction. So you are starting this too early while it's still going. So wait until it is decelerated. Okay. Finish and then stop as if you're pushing a swing. You can push.
Okay. It's almost like a rope that comes around you.
Yeah. And the nice thing about this orange whip is that it's well balanced. It's not too heavy on the head side. If it's too heavy, then you're irritated by that. Also, it has flexibility here, so you can control the timing, minimize the bending. Yeah. Now it's heavier, so you have to use your body better.
So same thing, stage 3?
Turn the pelvis good.
Oh yeah, it's way different.
Yeah. But you're a strong guy, so you can handle it. Yes.
Yeah, it's much better.
But the timing is good, so you're having enough transition time there. Yes, that's the flow. So don't try to fight. This is the device you're using to develop speed, right? But if you fight, then there's no meaning for that.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
So was I trying to fight in the end?
But just give time so that it finishes the motion. So gradual deceleration here, and then start, as if you're waiting for the gravity to start pulling it up, and then let it go. And then let it go instead of fighting. When you rush, you're always using the arms. And then your body does not have enough time to work with the ground. So then your body is less active and you try to use the arms.
Right. Yeah.
So this also, again, with this heavier object, still you can dance and throw. So I'm not going to ask you to swing this too much. Let me record this, and then that's it. So you can use any device in your hand. You can practice stage 3, other than the rope.
Okay.
With the rope, you cannot have a half swing. It's difficult. All right, so three cycles. Ready, go. Yes. Make an angry backswing. Yep.
I focus more on the downswing when I felt it.
This middle size orange whip is really good for this purpose. Ooh. Yes. And make an angry backswing. Yep. Look at the swing plane. Yeah. Now the hands are going higher. And a lot of things is just flowing.
Yeah. But I'm not even really thinking about what happens back here.
Just let it go, and then it will slow down. Give it time, and then let it go. So this like it. Always practice with a continuous motion. Okay? So even when you have to hit the ball, before that, always have a push-up routine, which promotes rhythm. Remember that, and then try it. And also, you have to practice this enough so that your body remembers that. So next couple of weeks, did at least an hour a day. Diligently work on this rhythm. And after that, still, you can control the ratio of practice swings and then actual hit. So you can start with the 5 to 1, 4 to 1, 3 to 1, and eventually you go 1 to 1. So then 1 becomes your push-up again, right? So diligently work on the rhythm.
So like in the first week, just spent like, what, like, I don't know, 40 minutes doing this,
And then use the rope to warm up, and then also feel the continuous motion, your timing, and then work with anything you have in your hand. But generally, I recommend something with a slight flexibility, because this will help you to control the
I
time.
have a club too that's similar to this. It's like a blue one.
Yeah, it's about the power. Yeah, something. So instead of trying to hit the ball with them, just to feel the flow. And then here, do not fight. Natural and slow down, and then let it go. Just to feel the flow. And so next couple of weeks, you check whether he complies here. So the one side effect though is he will have, for a while, he will have a nightmare. Because in his head, even in his dream, he's saying, now, kapow, angry backswing. Sometimes he will say that, but we have to understand. So just maybe a couple of weeks or 2 or 3 weeks, intensive practice, mainly stage 3, and then continuous swing with the rope. This rope is yours. So, and then after that, naturally, start hitting the ball, but do not rush to hitting. So always give enough practice swings.
So when I'm practicing, just so I can really like, what are the 3 key things actually?
First the flow.
Okay.
What matters is the flow. It's not about your muscles. You have to use the muscles to generate good flow.
Okay.
The motion should be continuous. It's not muscle-driven swing, but you're working with the device. You have a good wind-up, mature backswing. From there, you are using all these muscles and then try to swing hard. When you find something light, like that whoosh stick, because it generates whoosh sound, then in the downswing, try to have really high-pitched whoosh sound. Because in the downswing, you have to really put all the effort to try to swing hard, using this wider motion, and then go, right?
But the speed of the backswing is the same, right? I mean, not the same, but pretty close.
But still, downswing will be a lot faster than the backswing.
Okay.
But in your image, all you need to worry about is backswing speed.
Okay.
Because if you have active backswing, downswing will be automatically active.
Okay.
This is not something you intentionally control.
Okay.
Only when your backswing is really weak, then you try to swing hard in the downswing using the muscle.
Right.
But if you have good, wide, active backswing,
Yeah.
automatically downswing will be active. So what you have to pay attention to is angry backswing.
Right.
And then, in the end, you will see that when you have a good rhythm, mostly the motion is the upper body turns about the spine axis. So the swing actually becomes really simple here. Even though you try to use legs quite a bit here,
Right.
but in the end, you're promoting this motion here. Okay? And then give a little bit of head motion here, so that you can turn the body reasonably, and then particularly the pelvis turning.
Yeah.
And then your impact position will be really comfortable,
Okay.
really comfortable. Instead of dragging like this,
Right.
because you're letting it go down and then have good extended arm position here. With that, hit the ball and then keep
Right. Well,
moving.
there's really no other choice but to launch the piece, right?
So the left elbow is coming in front of your body here, instead of gliding here. Then when it glides, then it's dropped too much. So this is staying too close to the body. But when you have a good turn here, you have enough space, and then the elbow goes in front of your body. From there, nothing is obstructing your arm motion, so you can continue this motion. Naturally finish it here. Right. So have a continuous motion and the balanced pelvis turn, both ways. During the backswing and then at impact, you have similar pelvis turn. If you turn this way too much, and you don't here, of course let's say.
Right.
And then when the ball goes to your left, that means you lost the control. You're not quite controlling the cleavage motion. So rather have a feel of bringing the cleavage ball this way. And then if the ball goes slightly inward, it's okay.
Yeah.
You don't lose
Right.
you don't lose the ball. But
Right.
you are swinging slightly outward, and the ball goes that way.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Unless you have good draw spin here,
Right.
bring the ball. But when you try to do that intentionally, then you end up with the low hook.
Mhm.
It's because of the swing plane, and then
Right.
it's because of what's happening.
Right.
So overall, we need to have a balanced motion here. So good balance in terms of pelvis turn this way and then this way.
Okay.
So continuous motion in your case, and then balanced pelvis turn. With that, then start using the legs more actively. But still this action gives good turn. So your body is confined within this triangular space.
Okay.
Your head is not moving that much. Because when you have active leg action here, still the head is still here, but your pelvis can move more. You're confining your body in the triangular space. So if you have a full body mirror at home, you can put tapes to create this triangular space. And then in front of the mirror, practice this, how much you have to turn this way here.
Like it is balanced, it's the same. And that's how you swing?
Yeah. And then, of course, at the last one, you will have a good effort here. So you will either turn more,
Okay.
usually it turns a bit more when you have active leg action, but you don't have to worry about it. When you have balanced motion here, and then even when angry backswing, this will go a bit more.
Uh-huh.
And then also swing, and then this will go more. Still you have balance.
So like during your swing, though, is that on your mind, like pelvis motion? Like having balance?
So that's why you need to have intensive toward rhythmic practice that your body remembers it.
Okay.
You don't have to really intentionally control all of this.
Okay.
Even the rhythm, the k'now, k'pow, k'bam. Once you are completely used to this rhythm, then the nightmare will go away. Because it's part of your motion now. Your motion and the k'now, k'pow, k'bam do not work that well when you have nightmare. So when the nightmare goes away, that means it's the sign to start getting the ball. But so again, continuous motion, the balance, the pelvis turn, and then maintain your body in the triangular space. Outside, keep the sun behind you. You will see the shadow of your body. Use the light, the pin with the alignment stick on the ground, create the triangular space, and then.
Yeah.
Then people will say, what is it doing? But you feel the rhythm here. And then sometimes you can just imagine that you are having a heavy object. That means more elaborated the action here. The tempo goes down a little bit. You cannot, with the heavy object, you cannot go really fast here. Something like that.
Yeah.
You can always image different things and then move. So, when you keep the 2 or 3 weeks for purposeful intensive practice, then your body will remember that. So then after that, a lot easier because you don't have to intentionally.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Just
So just
do that.
those 2 things, just make sure to flow, keep the rhythm.
And also use a camera. Put it in the down the leg view here. Always watch what you're doing. And for example here, check the swing plane, whether your swing plane is consistent. This time it was from the target line, but so
Consistent, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Here, the hands are coming in, curve head is going out, and then just lift it up. Look at this. Intention try to swing hard with the arms. So when you develop good natural rhythm, then everything becomes simpler. Motion becomes simpler. And then the simplest you can imagine, the golf swing is a planar motion. You'll have good motion along the swing plane because the end is moving fast, it has something called inertia. It was to keep moving that way. Your hand does not allow you to hold it. Then it goes around your back. With that, it creates a plane. So the simplest motion we can imagine goes through is a planar motion of the club, at least from here to here. So when you promote the good continuous motion, then establish a swing plane, then adjust the distance. And whether you are swinging easy or swinging really hard, you're maintaining the same plane. Your club head passes through the same point because your lead arm, in my case, my left arm, is well extended here. So you cannot have much surprise in terms of this direction.
Right.
But if you're using your arms here, there's the muscles here, that depending on how much effort you put, sometimes the hands are close to your body, but this changes.
Yeah.
That's why when sometimes your adrenaline kicks in, try to hit it hard,
Right.
you will have in shots.
Yeah.
Or
And that's actually one of my problems is like contact issues.
it's because you're trying to rely on your muscles. But now it is better that you swing back and forth. Your lead arm is well extended. With that, you will have really consistent swing. Then introduce a visual target like this rubber tip. Try to touch the tip as you swing. And then when you have a fairly well extended the lead arm here, then it's a lot easier to consistently touch the tip because you don't have much surprise.
Okay.
So swing and touch. You don't have to intentionally try to hit that.
Right. So
Because when you swing and then the arm is really extended, automatically you hit that. But that's why you need to develop the next 2 or 3 weeks with the intensive practice. No, because you still have to use your muscles
Right.
to drive everything.
Right.
However, no, muscle dominant action, but rather you have to use particularly you have to use the lower body, big muscles in the lower body. These are missiles and rockets. These are rifles, and you use the heavy artillery, right,
Right.
to win something.
Right.
So you have to engage these big muscles. Then the swing becomes actually easier because the main job is done by the big muscles. And then this is mainly controlling the direction. And when you establish a good swing plane, then the direction your hands are moving and the club head moving will match better. So then it's a matter of in which direction you throw your hands. That the club head will also move that way. So it's easier to control the direction. And I have confidence in these drills because I've seen many examples.
Really?
Yeah. When they develop good rhythm and the practice is step drills, then the shot becomes straighter
Right.
and then farther without much muscular, intentional muscular effort,
Right.
using the smaller muscles.
Yeah, like I can hit good shots, but it's not efficient whatsoever, and I never do have shots very long.
The way you're swinging, I can see that you're putting a lot of effort. Try to use the muscles a lot.
Right,
But when you develop good flow, you're working with the device instead of fighting.
Right.
Then it becomes easy. And then you will have increased speed. Then you can really focus on letting go instead of
Right, yeah.
or exaggerated motion.
Yeah. Was I still kind of like pushing at the end, or?
No. Now, because the pelvis, the right hip is going up and the pelvis is opening, and then you are swinging here. This is heaven and earth difference.
Oh, okay.
It's very different. You will see that in your later. I will edit this, and you will see the initial swing, and then the final one. But in the initial swing, you intentionally try to put a lot of effort and try to lift this up here.
Right.
That's why your body is turning like this.
Yeah.
But now you're just swinging and finish here. You actually have good speed here instead of.
The other thing was remember, like when I throw it back, to really throw it back, and so I can see it back here. Right. Okay.
So just to trust the flow. Pop swing is really dynamic. That means the main thing in the dynamics is acceleration, deceleration. So when you use the body well, and then you use the force at the right time, you will get generate good acceleration and also nice deceleration at the end. this deceleration coming from active muscle actions and they're working with the ground. With that, you will be able to slow this down, and then you're ready to go. Boom. It's like shooting an arrow. Develop tension. I'm ready and aim and let go. So it's just a matter of changing the way you think it goes. It's not about hitting hard with the muscles, letting go. The club head should move just enough, and then along the way the ball happens to be there. And then keep it. And also, instead of going here and then try to hit the ball, when you let it go, let it swing, you can better square the club face. Because your hand position, hand posture actually squares the club face. So no need to intentionally.
Right, I don't think I had to do that close the face just so it could go. Because if I was going that way and the face was open a little bit,
Yeah.
you know,
And the way you try to close it,
yeah.
that is coming from this biased direction.
Okay.
Then in order to compensate it, you try to do different things. But if the plane is aligned correctly, that will happen. You can have a little bit of bait or slight draw, that's okay. But generally, what I have seen is that when people use the step drills and then develop with rhythm, the ball goes dead straight.
Oh, wow.
The normal swing will be dead straight. You can still intentionally introduce inward swing plane and outward swing plane, depending on the situation, when you try to move the ball. But the typical normal swing is dead and straight.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you acquired that pattern quickly, so it was an easy.